I mentioned this in one of my previous videos, but Hilton is one of the best credit card ecosystem amongst all hotel chains. That spans the basic Hilton Honors card, the Hilton Honors Surpass card, and then the Hilton Honors Aspire card. But I'm here to make the case as to why the Hilton Honors Surpass card is not just the best Hilton credit card, but it can also be a great one-card setup for you. My name is Abhi. This is Credit Debit with Abhi, and like we do in all of our videos, without further ado, let's dive in. We'll divide this video into three components. Number one, we'll talk about the basics of the card. Number two, we'll talk about why this card can be a great one-card setup for you. And number three, we'll talk about the personas that this is a good one-card setup for. So let's start with point number one, which is the basics on the card. As of the recording of this video, the Hilton Honors Surpass card comes with an elevated intro offer. You can earn 150,000 Hilton Honors points after spending $3,000 in the first 6 months of card ownership. The card comes with a $150 annual fee, and for that fee, you get $200 in Hilton credits, which is broken down into $50 every single quarter. These credits can be used at pretty much every single Hilton property there is out there. You don't even have to stay at Hilton properties to use this credit. Even if you go in and dine at one of these properties or use the spa services, you can pay with this card and get $50 back. The card comes with complimentary Hilton Gold status, and you can also earn a free night award after spending $15,000 every calendar year. Now, $15,000 might sound like a lot of money, but if you're making the case for this to be a one-card setup, it's not that outrageous. Which gets us to the second pointer, which is to establish why this is a great one-card setup. And for us to understand that, we have to talk about the multipliers. The card comes with very strong multipliers. You get 12x back on Hilton properties, 6x back on US restaurants, supermarkets, as well as gas stations. You get 4x back on US online retail and 3x back on everything else. As you can see, the categories are pretty strong. Most people spend money across these categories organically, and so you can accumulate a lot of Hilton Honors points. Depending on how you use your points, you can value them at between 0.7 to 1 cent per point. And it doesn't hurt that the card comes with a $200 Hilton credit, even though it's broken down into $50 every single quarter. If this is the only card you have, you can use some, if not all of it. And then the free night award, which can pretty much be used at any Hilton property after spending $15,000 in a calendar year, should be easy to get to, because if you're using one card over a 12-month period, you probably are spending $15,000 on it. So those two cards will not only make it a great one-card setup, but also a keeper card. Now, all of that will help us answer the question, who is this a good one-card setup for? And here I want to talk about 4 personas where this card might be a great card for a one-card setup. The first category is the quarterly traveler. It is exactly what the name suggests. This is for someone who travels every single quarter, such that they can use the $200 Hilton credit. And because they use the Hilton card as a one-card setup, they can also accumulate a lot of points and use that to pay for part or all of their stay. And for whatever expenditure you have out of pocket, you're getting 12x back. The second persona that this card is a great fit for is the shopper. Now, if you're a shopper at heart, you know exactly the feeling that you have after you've made your shopping decision. There is guilt, there is remorse. But what if I told you that there is a credit card that will make you feel a little less guilty and remorse? And that's because you get 4x back on US online retail purchases. Since the Hilton Honors point can be valued at 0.7 to 1 cent per point, the 4x back that you get is actually valued at 2.8 cents per point to up to 4 cents per point. So while my advice will be to kind of curtail the amount of shopping you do, if you are someone who shops, this comes in handy in accumulating some amount of points. The third persona is the road traveler. If you're someone who travels long distances in your car on the road, then this card can be a great unlock, because you get 6x back at gas stations. If you put 15 to 20,000 miles every single year on your car, then your gas bills are going to be racking up. And if that's the case, the 6x back that you get on gas station comes in really, really handy. Again, if we take the 0.7 to 1 cent per point as the valuation of the Hilton points, you're getting about 4.2 cents per point to about 6 cents per point on your gas station purchases. And if you tie this back to the quarterly traveler, it kind of starts making sense, because if you travel to some of these hotel locations by car and you're traveling long distances, the persona number 3 ties into persona number 1. And the last persona is the miscellaneous spender. If you are someone who has a large miscellaneous spending category within your monthly bill, this comes in handy. And that's because you get 3x back on all other purchases. If you account for the 0.7 to 1 cent per point as the valuation, you're earning anywhere in the region of 2.1 cent per point to 3 cents per point. While that's not as much as you would be earning on something like a City Double Cash, where you get 2x back on every dollar spent, and if you value City points at about 2 cents per point, you're coming out at about 4 cents per point. But the City Double Cash has no other benefit to speak of. This card gives you so much more on top of the 3x it gives you on every other category. So those were the 4 personas that I think that this is a good one-card setup for. Let me know in the comments below if there's a persona that I've missed out on that you think is appropriate for this card. And like always, I'll see you in the next one.